desired position of the body. So the actual position is the inferior and desired position is the middle. And when you're adjusting your position in your chair now, you're using superior peduncles. Diencephalon is the third part, and it's located between cerebral hemisphere and superior to the midbrain. It's around the third ventricle. There's many structure of the, the diencephalon has many structure like thalamus, and the most important one is the pituitary gland, thalamus, and hypothalamus. The thalamus is a sensory relay center. It receives all sensory impulses except smell. The thalamus relies impulses to appropriate area of cerebral cortex for interpretation. Hypothalamus regulates a variety of visceral activity, including body temperature, heart rate, and blood pressure, hunger and thirst, sex drive, influences moods and emotions, regulate endocrine system. And the brainstem, the midbrain, pons, and middle oblongata. The brainstem connects the brain to the spinal cord, the three parts: midbrain, pons, and middle oblongata. It's located, the midbrain located between the diencephalon and pons. Fibers of the midbrain join lower parts of the brainstem and spinal cord with higher part of the brain. Okay, I would say this. Corpora quadrigemina, body of 4 twins, located on the posterior surface of the midbrain. Superior colliculi, it has the visual reflexes, and inferior one, colliculi for the auditory reflexes. The cerebral peduncles, located on the ventral surface of the midbrain, the main major pathway from the cerebrum to the lower central nervous system. Pons. The pons appears as a rounded plug of the ventral aspect of the brainstem. It's located between the midbrain and medulla oblongata. The pons is a braid, so the dorsal surface contains longitudinal fibers connect the medulla oblongata to the higher brain. The ventral surface contains transverse fibers that conduct the pons to the that connect the pons to the cerebellum. So you see, it's basic, kind of basic anatomy, trying to see which one is where and what's the main function of that part. The medulla is elongated extension of the spinal cord, and it conducts sending and descending impulses between the brain and spinal cord. It has 3 major nuclei. The cardiac center, by its name, regulates the heart rate. Vasomotor center regulates the blood pressure, and respiratory center regulates rhythmic and rhythm of the breathing. Again, this is the second table you will have, and you put everything together in terms like what are the characteristics of this part and what's the main functions. It would, it summarizes everything from the basic level if you want to go over it. And I think that's it for the brain anatomy. Do you have any question?